Welcome back, everyone. This is Super Kelly Brothers Podcast, episode 109. This is February 7th, 2021. My name is Sloan Kelly.
My name's Jody Kelly.
And welcome back, everyone, to the podcast. How are you doing?
Hello there.
Hello there. Jump down.
Hello
there. How's things?
Good.
Good. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
And
not bad. Well, yeah, not bad.
Not bad.
Well,
yeah.
I mean,
yeah. It's your birthday tomorrow. We should shout out. So happy birthday when it comes. Happy birthday to you.
Thanks.
Happy birthday to you. So is this your second lockdown birthday? Or is it just the first one? Because there'll be people, this will be the second year.
Yeah, this is my first lockdown birthday. Yippee!
Yay! And
Yay,
many
lockdown,
more.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Lockdown rules, whoa! Lockdown doesn't rule, and it's horrendous. I'm finding it more and more getting a bit kind of, seeing the four walls, not going for the same walks, doing the same routine.
Mm-hmm.
I'll get a typewriter, Johnny.
Yeah. All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy.
All work and that's one.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You just substitute for that for Jody.
Yeah.
There you go. Perfect.
Yeah.
And your son's called Danny as well.
That's true. It's planned that well.
Luckily, you're not stuck in a snowy wasteland that is Canada.
No.
I was shoveling snow today. It's my least favourite thing to do in the world.
We filmed that in the UK, so did they not?
What's that? The Overlook? I think they... I don't know about the... Actually, I don't know. Maybe they did, maybe they didn't. Because I know that Kubrick didn't like leaving Britain for anything.
Mm-hmm. And was it not just like a... Was it not like the snow maze scene was in a freezing cold kind of
warehouse thing?
Studio warehouse thing.
I don't know. Maybe.
Tell us, fact checkers.
Comment below.
Tell us.
Let us know.
Because we don't know.
Because we don't know. No. We don't know.
If we do know, we've forgotten.
Yeah.
We've forgotten if we did know.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I know there's the Overlook Hotel is based on, or the outside shots the Overlook is a hotel somewhere in America. So I don't know whether they did like
nice one.
B photography. Yeah, I know. I mean, I could look it up, but I'm not going to bother. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I think the maze is done, as you said, in like a studio somewhere. I mean, you'd have to really.
That's a great. I have to say, this is a great start.
It is. It's a fantastic start. Well, we have absolutely nothing to talk about. It's going to be a short show.
This will be the waffling show.
So normally we talk about things that we watched this week. You haven't watched anything this week. You've been remiss.
Well, that's not totally true. I've watched stuff, but I've abandoned them.
Oh,
I've watched stuff and abandoned. So I'll tell you all my abandoned watches this week. Right?
Are you going to go through individually why you abandoned all those watches, or
I'll tell you the reason why. I'll tell you the reason why. Yep.
I'll tell you the tale.
I started watching The Lone Ranger, which I think I started watching before.
This is Ribena, not a pint of wine. The lockdown's not that bad.
Right.
Sorry, The Lone Ranger.
Yeah, The Lone Ranger.
Careful now.
Which I've abandoned before.
Uh-huh.
And I abandoned again, but I abandoned a little bit later on this time.
Right.
So it's okay, actually. It's not bad. I started watching it because I thought to myself, I'll watch it to see if we can watch it with Danny. But it's a little bit dark.
Oh, is it?
And I can see why it didn't do well. Yeah, because it's...
His Army Hammer's in it. He's like the Brendan Fraser of the 2000s.
Well, they're not trying to make him a really big star.
The same as Brendan Fraser, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they kept pushing because he was in The Man from U.N.C.L.E. and he's good in that. He played Ilya Kuryakin in The Man from U.N.C.L.E. and it was good in it, but I mean he wasn't Henry Cavill good?
Seen him in a few things, but
he appeared twice in The Social Network.
Did he?
Yep.
Was it the twins?
Yeah, he was the twins.
All right. He was the twins.
He was the twins.
So yeah, I abandoned that for reasons.
Just not feeling it?
No, I will watch the rest of it because it's on Disney Plus. It was actually on BBC One. That was the reason why I started watching it as well. It was. No.
I don't think I've ever
started watching, or BBC Two. BBC Two.
Mm-hmm. Wow,
you tell me it's not in Disney Plus. You're saying it's not in Disney Plus.
I don't think it is. I'll look it up.
Because if you stop interrupting me, I'll bloody tell you.
I just said you keep talking. That's all. I interrupted you to say you keep talking.
I'm trying to. Yeah, it was in BBC One, and I didn't even record it. The rest of it because I thought it's in Disney Plus.
It's still on Disney Plus.
Oh, thank God for that. Well, it is a Disney film, so
yeah. PG-13.
I'll watch the rest of it.
That was 7 years ago.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Do
you know what as well? Johnny Depp plays the same character as he does in all these kind of things now. His expressions and stuff like that are the same, and he's dialing it in a little bit.
Oh, is he?
I think he's just doing a Depp. Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe that's his shtick now.
Yeah, well, it's just him, isn't it? I suppose, kind of. Wild Wild West. That was our film on Friday.
Mm-hmm. That got abandoned?
That got abandoned because there was too much kissing and half nudity in it for Danny, and he couldn't handle it. That's the reason why.
There isn't.
Unless you... He's in that water tower with that lady.
Okay.
No clothes on.
Right. Well, they both got no clothes on.
Yeah, but
that was as far as you got.
Right? No. We got further than that. And then later on, we're in a whorehouse. And Kevin Kline is dressed up as a lady. Again.
What's his name? Levine's in it as well.
Adam Levine.
No, not Adam Levine. Not Avril Lavigne either. Levine, the Buffalo Bill guy. He plays the guy with the trumpet.
That's correct. Well done. I did recognise him right enough. Hey, Daniel, you can't hand me stuff like that. Just been handed. Guess what that is?
I mean, it looks like something from Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah.
Can you hear the
face mask?
Yeah. Okay.
Anyway, so that got abandoned because Kevin Kline was dressed as a lady, and
that's right.
Then they started. Then there's a bit in it when they started kind of comparing what boobs they should wear for the next bit, and he's like, "That's that." That was it for him.
Okay.
It was so awkward for him.
I remember it being quite funny. Wild Wild West.
I liked it. Yeah, I liked it.
Yeah, I mean, it's it's ridiculous. It's it's. What's his name? He plays Arliss Lovelace, Kenneth Branagh. The bit where they have the word fight is really funny. But
we didn't get to that bit.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
we didn't get
way further on.
That bit.
There is this Utah.
I thought it kind of ticked the boxes for him, for Danny, for that type of, because he likes Will Smith and stuff.
Yeah,
but
that's still the thing in our house. Every time we hear the state Utah mentioned, someone will say, "There is this Utah."
Indeed.
There you go. From Wild Wild West.
Then I started watching a film called Sputnik. I think it's on Netflix. It's a kind of horror thing, Russian horror thing.
Mm-hmm.
But it wasn't quite what I expected. So I did record the rest of it.
Was it in Russian?
Oh no, I didn't. It's on Netflix. What I talked about. I thought I'll come back to this.
Was it in Russian? Was it dubbed or?
Yeah. Aye. Oh yeah. Aye. Because it was quite good, but not quite what I expected. But it was actually Bill Burr on Joe Rogan had said it was really good.
Oh, okay.
So he did. So So I thought, oh, it's on Netflix. I'll watch it.
Okay.
And then I went down the YouTube rabbit hole after that. That was last night, as I do.
Yeah.
We started watching. Evelyn started watching Schitt's Creek, right?
Oh yeah.
She watched 2 episodes and said it was crap. I was like, right, and Hannah's staying just now, so she's like, what? You don't like it? Well, you need to watch it. So I was like, right, I'm not watching the 2 that Evelyn said are crap. I'll watch the 3 and 4, right? So we watched that last night. So it's all right, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Dan
Levy was on Saturday Night Live last night.
Who's that?
The son.
Do you know that's Eugene Levy's
son? Yeah.
Son in real life?
Yeah. They're Canadian. They're quite big up here.
Right. And they wrote it as well.
Yeah. And Catherine O'Hara as well plays the mum, and she's also a bit Canadian.
Is she?
Yeah.
Because that was quite funny when she's in the school in the 3rd episode.
I've never seen an episode.
I think it's the 3rd episode. Anyway, it's quite funny.
So
I'm not going to jump to watch it, but it's quite funny.
So CBC, the BBC of Canada, they had the Great Canadian Bake Off. Which you're probably more than familiar with the British version of it. I think it's the original one, isn't it? The British Bake Off. That was the first one to jump into that foray. He was the original presenter. Him and this other woman, Julia. Dan Levy was the original presenter on it, and they were amazing. They were really good. And then they got these other 2 folk in, and it just went. The jokes just didn't land. It wasn't funny. Anyway,
funny anymore?
No.
And I think, one more thing. As Columbo would say.
Just one more thing. I've got the box set of
that. Yes, we have discussed it many a time. We have watched the new show from.
He's dragging, is it?
Right. Sorry, 2 conversations here. The new show from, it's called Accidental Alien, I think it's called. You seen it?
With Alan Tudyk?
Yes.
No, I've not seen it because it's on Sci-Fi or Space or whatever it is up here.
All right, okay. That's very good. Watched the first one. I think the second one's out now. Yeah, very good. Very funny. It's going to be one of these things, a bit like Dexter, I think. He's like a kind of anti-hero type thing.
Right.
He's not a fully good alien. He's got his motives and things like that.
Okay.
And he doesn't quite understand people. He's trying to understand them. It's one of those ones kind of like a Mork and Mindy, but dark.
Right.
But still funny. The humour's dark,
Okay.
So that seems quite good as well.
Okay.
Which we didn't abandon.
Yeah. Oh, okay. And then I think you watched WandaVision as well.
Oh yeah, I watched that. Well, we abandoned Wild West and watched WandaVision on the big projector instead.
Okay.
So we did. So, want to talk about that?
Sure. You want to talk about WandaVision? So we watched it on Friday. So we had our usual Superstore. We watched first, and then we watched WandaVision after that. So WandaVision is the thing. I liked the episode. I thought it was really good. Kind of moved it forward a bit. It's making me think more and more that the boss guy that's in charge, the director, whatever his name is, Krennic. I'm going to call him Krennic. I don't know what his real name is, but you might as well call him Krennic because he's a director and he's a bad guy. He's the one that got Vision's body out of storage and started like dissecting it, and then that's when Wanda came in and rescued the corpse.
Spoilers.
If you haven't seen it now, you haven't seen it. Not bother spoiler alerts. Who cares? And so, but having said that, though, if you want to watch our reaction, then you might want to check out WandaVision reaction episode 5, which we'll be doing on Tuesday this week. So Tuesday for our WandaVision reaction episode. Anyway, so I think he's been doing tampery things with it, and she rescued him, and then some big bad Mephisto or whoever is doing something else, and she's trying to control the situation as best she can, and she's basically warning them to stay away, and that's the reason why she came out and said, "Just I've got this, leave me alone," because I think she's trying to fight some big bad, and if she gets other people involved, they could get hurt, and that's her big concern. That's my take on it.
See the big reveal of the. See the big reveal of the brother or twin appearing.
Pietro. Yeah.
Do you think that could be not
him?
And that's going to be the big bad.
No.
In disguise.
No.
Do you think that's actually him? Because he's dead. How can it be him? She resurrected him as well.
One word.
I don't think
multiverse. This is the introduction of the multiverse, and so I think that Pietro is actually Pietro, but he's the Pietro from the 20th Century Fox universe, which I think is the same universe as Deadpool. But it also means that you could do a crossover with Deadpool with these things as well, and it also kind of allows you to bring in mutants as well that way. So that's
obviously the Sony Spider-Man.
Yep. Stuff. Well, they've already touched on that with the whole Into the Spider-Verse.
They've touched on it in the Spidey movies as well.
No, I know, but as I'm saying, well, I haven't seen the second one. But
J. Jonah Jameson in the second one appears, and it's what do you call him?
Yeah, it's J.K. Simmons.
Yeah.
So there's a multiverse with Spider-Pig and Peter Porker. Peter Porker. And then the detective one, the one that the Peter Parker that's slightly older. I really liked his character. He's the one that teaches Miles.
Nick Cage.
It's not Nick Cage, is it?
Oh, you mean?
No, not that one.
Actual, not that one. The Peter Parker.
Yeah, the Peter Parker one, not the Nick Cage one. Yeah, the sort of the guy that he beats up in the cemetery. Yeah. He doesn't beat him up, but you know what I mean. He bangs him in his head. Drags him through the A train and all that, or the L train or whatever it is. Yeah. So yeah, I think this is an introduction to the multiverse. That's what I think. So I think that really is Peter. That's Pietro.
Right. I think there's something else pulling the strings, but we don't.
Strings.
We don't. We've not seen yet, basically.
Yes.
Big bad. That we've not seen.
Yeah, I don't think it's Wanda at all. That's the bad in the show. I think the director has something to do with it, and he's in league with whoever the big bad is. Like, I don't think the director's the big bad. I think the big bad is someone that hasn't been revealed yet, and I think that'll be my guess. Episode 8, we'll get the big bad, and then we'll defeat him, or maybe episode 7. What are we on now? 5.
Nah.
You think it'll be the next episode? You think it'll be the next episode? So. Actually, do you know what it'll be? It'll be the end of episode 6. The big bad will reveal himself or herself. Also, I don't think it's Agnes as well.
No, it's not. Have you seen the trailer for episode 6?
She's under the mind control with a. She goes, "Am I dead?" And
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she doesn't know.
Yeah.
Unless she's faking it.
No. It's not the first time people have tried to pull that one.
Yeah,
they all switch around. Maybe. Oh, oh, you know, where they. Have you ever seen that Community episode where they chloroform one of the guards, and they're like, what are we going to do now? They've seen their faces, and they go, oh wait, I've got an idea, and it cuts. And they're all lying around as if they've been knocked out. And then the guard comes to, he goes, oh man, that was weird. Somebody came in here and chloroformed us all. And the guy's like, who's this? And then they have to chloroform again. Anyway, it's very funny. I'm not explaining it well.
I'm not seeing it.
You should watch it. It's good. It's Community. What's not to like? Dislike.
Who is that? The one? Is that the one that? Is that? It's like Socky Hill Street in here.
I know.
That is. Night.
Piccadilly Circus.
So I'm just saying night to Danny. Hold on.
Okay.
You will get 1 million views.
It's a bit busy.
Sorry, what was I saying? Anyway, okay. Moving along.
Yeah.
So will I go through what I watched?
Well, I did play a game this week as well.
Oh right.
I downloaded it. It was PlayStation Plus. Control. Downloaded that. I haven't played that one yet. And Concrete Genie, which is a kind of platform, kind of you're like painting walls and stuff.
Okay.
Pretty colourful.
Okay. Jet Set Gemini? Did that not have things in it?
Yeah, but you're not in roller skates.
Oh, okay.
Not Jet Set Gemini.
No, it wasn't. Yeah.
You're getting two games mixed up there.
Uh-huh.
You're getting the Rare one mixed up with the Sega one. Jet Set Radio.
Jet Set Radio, that's it. That's the one.
Yeah. Kind of that, but without the skates, and
right.
It's not cel shaded.
Right.
Reminds me a wee bit like a kind of Dreams sort of type game or something like that. And
like Dreams.
Remember that? You know that Dreams thing? You can make your own games and stuff on PlayStation.
Yeah, it was on Media Mall. I don't have a PlayStation, so.
No, you don't. But, yeah. Bit like that.
Cool.
Pretty good.
Cool. But other than WandaVision, finished off The Great Escapists. It is not doing well in the ratings, The Great Escapists.
What's that?
It's Richard Hammond and Tori.
Oh, I watched one of them.
Yeah.
That was my other abandoned one. I watched that as well. I abandoned it. So I thought,
it was okay. I mean, it wasn't the best television in the world, but I kind of wanted to see what happens next. And I think, is that not part of television? Is you want to see what happens next?
I mean, how many episodes is it?
6.
Is it?
Yeah.
No.
They were okay. I mean,
it's so set up. You know, that's what I thought.
It was very scripted, and it was a lot of this stuff was like built off screen as well. So it was like, oh, now we've got a car. It's like, how?
Yeah.
So it was okay. And then movie-wise, we continued with our Pirates theme. Arr. Mr. Gibbs. We watched At World's End with what's his name? Jack Sparrow and the other cast.
Is that the one with the cannibals in it?
No. Oh, wait. No, that's the second one.
That's the second movie.
That's Dead Man's Chest. That's the one where Jack is the chief / living god, and they have to eat him.
He's got
eyes all down there. Yeah. That's
is that the second movie?
Yeah, that's the one where they go in the water wheel and do the big fight. Yeah, that's the one.
That's right. Yep.
That's Dead Man's Chest.
Is that the second one? Jeez, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
No.
Yep. So the third one's at World's End, filmed in Niagara Falls, Canada, right here. The bit where they go over the waterfall. They use the water. They use Niagara Falls as the waterfall. So there you go.
Did they?
I mean, it was probably a guy in a helicopter, and that was it. But still, they filmed that bit in Niagara Falls. It's pretty cool.
There you go.
It was good. World's End is a bit dark. It's a weird
What one was
tone
that
of a
then?
movie.
I'm trying to think.
That's the one where Jack gets sent to Davy Jones's locker, and they get Hector and the gang to put the Black Pearl, to take the Black Pearl to Davy Jones's locker to rescue
mini
Jack.
chest.
No, that's the fourth movie. That's the fourth one.
Right,
Yeah,
okay.
because at the end of the third one, spoilers, he loses the pearl again. Anyway,
Aye.
but he gets there and he's like in this desert thing, and then he sees the Black Pearl in Davy Jones's locker, and then he drags it to the ocean with the help of some crabs. It's all in the movie. And so they end up sailing in the Black Pearl 2, I guess, or the Doppelganger, whatever it is, and they eventually leave Davy Jones's locker, which is like a bit of time and space that's kind of where dead people live. Anyway, it was okay. I'm looking forward more to the fourth one because I think I enjoyed the fourth one a lot. That's the oh god, what's it called? The Fountain of Youth one.
Oh yeah.
The fifth one is the Javier Bardem one, which was okay. At least I don't remember it being that good, but maybe it'll be better with age. We also watched a few movies this week actually. Ant-Man we watched again.
Oh yeah.
Because it's a great wee movie. Paul Rudd plays Scott Thingy. I can't remember his name. Scott. Evangeline Lilly plays Hope. And Michael Douglas plays Hank Pym. Here's the funny thing. So in that movie, Hank Pym keeps on complaining that Tony Stark and Tony's dad kept on stealing things from him. And so he eventually stopped giving things to the Initiative, to S.H.I.E.L.D., because they would just Stark would take the credit for it. In the comic books, Hank Pym creates Ultron, and Ultron creates Vision to destroy Hank Pym.
Right.
And in the MCU, Tony creates Ultron, which is another nod to people who like the comic books going like, Hank Pym gets another thing stolen by a Stark, which I thought was quite funny. Anyway, it's kind of meta. I watched the Mummy, Tomb of the Dragon Emperor. You ever heard of this movie?
What, Tommy Cruise one?
No. It's Brendan Fraser, the 1990s Army Hammer.
Is this the one with the Scorpion Kings in?
Nope. Nope. That's the second one.
No, then.
I'd never even heard of this. I didn't even know they made a third one. I'm gonna reckon this maybe went straight to DVD in the UK. I don't know. I never heard of it. Anyway, so it's Jet Li's in it. He plays the eponymous Dragon Emperor, who's brought to life by some modern day general guy, and he's got a terracotta army. And so Brendan Fraser and not Rachel Weisz goes with their adult son along with John Hannah, who none of them have aged, except for obviously the son Alex, who is now a very older man. Do you remember the kid in the second movie? And he'd be running around with a book and he'd be like, Mummy, can I talk to you, Mummy? And he'd have this received pronunciation. Well, he's this brash American in this one. It's a weird thing. Evie's completely different, and Brendan Fraser's voice is like 24 octaves lower than it was. And he talks like this all the way through the movie.
So cigarettes.
Yeah, maybe. Could be. Anyway, it just sounds like everybody's phoning it in. I didn't like it at all. Michelle Yeoh's in it. Yeah, it's there. It's a movie.
In the original.
Yeah, she played Evie in the original ones, and she obviously saw the script and went, nope.
Yeah.
So, and then
she married Daniel Daniel Craig.
Yes, she did marry Daniel Craig, not Daniel Day-Lewis. See, that's because that's your favourite movie of all time, and you keep trying to crowbar.
So I'm watching tomorrow for my birthday.
Is it? Can't imagine Danny will be interested in that. You have to explain the whole milkshake thing to him. No, Danny, no. What it is you can be in the field next door, right? And you put like a big thing like that, and then he takes the oil from the next door. Danny will be like this.
You'll never watching it.
No. And then finally, I watched Outside the Wire, which is a Netflix movie with Anthony Mackie, who is the Falcon in the Avengers movies. He's also in Adjustment Bureau, I think he's in that. And he was in that episode of Black Mirror with the video game. Fighting Vipers or whatever it's called. Something like that. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Cross swords, something. I don't know what it is. Anyway. So it is abysmal. It gets 3 out of 10, I think, on IMDb, and it's not even worth 3 out of 10. It's a mistake of a movie, and you can quote me on that. It's just awful. Like, the editing is terrible. There was bits in it where I'm going like, so are we just establishing that they now have a car? Like, all of a sudden they're in a car. There's a bit in it where halfway through they decide they're going to change the mission, and I'm like, am I watching a different movie? It's like, you know, in From Dusk Till Dawn, where it becomes a vampire. Spoilers for a 20-year-old movie. It becomes a vampire movie after being a heist movie. And you're like,
no, I've never seen
what?
It. You're kidding. Is that what happens? Yeah, I've seen it.
Anyway, it's got bits like that where it's just all of a sudden he's got a weapon. You're like, but he didn't have a weapon a minute ago. So I don't know whether it was cut to ribbons on the, like, things were cut out of it, but there's a lot of non sequitur jump cuts throughout the movie. Also, the entire point of the movie is just, he's this android. So Anthony Mackie plays this android who wants to go behind enemy lines to get control of the launch codes for a Russian missile, so that he can then go to this old Russian missile silo and then launch a nuclear attack against the United States to get them to stop doing wars, right? But he needs his morality chip to be removed because he can't do that. But he doesn't get the morality chip removed until like 2/3 of the way through the movie. So if his entire plan was to do that, how could he not do that up until the 2/3 of the movie? It doesn't make any sense. Anyway,
I've not seen it.
Anyway, both the lead actors, I don't know who the other guy is. Idris is not. His surname's Idris. He was also in an episode of Black Mirror as well. I can't remember which one it was though, but I've seen him in Black Mirror. Anyway, for me it was 1 out of 10. Don't recommend it at all. It was an awful movie. Everybody was just shouting at each other, and it was rated R as well because there's a lot of swearing in it, and I'm like, good grief. You say one F word. Well, maybe not, but I mean, you're in the middle of a war. I can understand why people are effing and blaming. But having said that, though, there was a few times in it where I'm like, you don't really need to say it. Like, every second word doesn't have to be a swear word. It doesn't really make much sense in this context. If you're in the middle of a firefight, I can understand pressure's getting to you. But yeah, there was like, how many sugar do you take in your coffee? I said effing one effing sugar and effing coffees. That kind of stuff. It's like, nobody talks like that.
You're effing right.
And that's it. That's all I got. We have no news either. The shortest show ever. Sorry, folks, if you're expecting a 4.5-hour spectacular. We do have sad news though. Christopher Plummer passed away at age 91. I'm not entirely sure if it was COVID related or whatever, but he was Captain Von Trapp in the movie that he hated. And he was also Gates's grandfather. He was Nicolas Cage's grandfather in National Treasure. And he was a bit of a national treasure as well. So, sadly missed. But there you go. Another one gone. And most recently, he was in Knives Out, wasn't he?
Oh, yeah, so he was. Yeah. He was the dad that got murdered. Spoilers. It's not really a spoiler.
Not really.
That film was pretty overrated.
Yeah, it was terrible. I did not like it. I tried to like it, but there was a few times where I was sitting there on the old remote with my finger on here. I'm like, oh.
Yeah. I don't know why people are banging on about it. It got Oscar nominations and everything.
Phenomenal, yeah. I mean, you've a reason for not liking it.
Some? No.
I don't know. Best score. You've got a reason for not liking it.
No, I didn't go in thinking that I wasn't going to like it because it was Ryan Johnson.
You did.
Like Looper.
But you did. Yeah, Looper's a good movie.
Mm-hmm.
But Knives Out was not a good movie. I did not like it. I thought it was hyped up as well. That was the other thing. What are you drinking anyway? Is that beer or?
No. We're not sponsored.
Ah, Robinson's Real Fruit. As opposed to fake fruit. Oh, pineapple. Is that what it is? I'm drinking just to. You're drinking Robinson's. I'm drinking GlaxoSmithKline Beecham's, whatever the hell it is. Ribena.
Beecham's?
Is that what they are?
Called?
No. Is that not who makes them?
We're talking gluten juice, folks.
We're talking gluten juice. I'll tell you something. It's GlaxoSmithKline. Oh, it was sold to Suntory? What?
What?
Okay, do you know the movie Lost in Translation?
Mm-hmm.
Where he turns to the camera and says, in the best of times, in the worst of times, make it Suntory times. And he's drinking whiskey, which is made by the Suntory Brewing Company of Japan. They own Ribena. So, in the best of times, make it Suntory times.
You pretend that's a whiskey? That's not Sloan doing a pee, by the way. He's just having a drink.
No, it wasn't. For all of you listening in a podcast.
Peeing in a bucket.
That's right, yeah. I do like...
I'm sure
gluten juice is not a thing you get over here.
Just to go off gluten juice for a minute.
Oh,
there must have been news of some sort this week.
No, there was nothing.
It feels as if there was Marvel stuff.
Where would that be?
I think PlayStation 5's back in stock. Oh, did you see the footage actually in Japan?
Yeah.
Of PlayStation? They announced early that one of their stores got the PlayStation 5 back in, and there was like a mini riot in the store, and they had to close. They had to close the store, and all the shopkeepers were getting threatened and harassed.
Uh-huh. I've got a story for you. So remember that whole thing about the residents are furious about the Obi-Wan set. Apparently, there's a whole bunch of residents have come out and said that report is garbage, and it's exactly what I said. One disgruntled guy does not make a village. And I'm like, come on, it's just one guy going like, and they ran over my pet rat. That kind of guy, you know. Does he have a pet rat? No, he's never had a pet rat. Yeah. As a local, I can confirm that the Sun article is mostly false. The set is not particularly bothering anyone. In fact, most people I know find it quite exciting. Secondly, as mentioned in this article's update, the series is probably Andor, not Obi-Wan. Finally, the money from use of the land is being put back into the area to create a somewhat of a nature reserve around the river, so it should overall help the nearby wildlife. So in other words...
It's not the Obi-Wan? Maybe.
Apparently it's not, no. There's some nice... in fact... let me just share my screen. Probably get a copyright strike for this. There we go. So this is from starwarsnewsnet.com. So this is the set. It looks very nice.
Can you zoom in?
Oh. Open image in new tab. Let me do it that way.
All right, here we go.
Where do you want to go?
Can we see any spaceships? Let's see some spaceships.
Oh, look, there's a spaceship there.
That's a bit of a TIE fighter.
That bit there?
A TIE fighter.
No, it's probably just a roof truss.
Is it?
Yeah.
Was that a speeder that you circled?
No, it's a lift. Lift crane, Jody.
Cherry picker.
It's a cherry picker.
Right.
Right.
Let's have a look. See what else.
I don't really see it. Space bins. Oh, that looks. See that bit there that I'm circling there. That looks like an AC unit. Not seeing much here.
No.
And even the back
could
there.
That be, Linda?
I don't know.
Where that could be.
I don't know. They use a lot of those lift crane things.
Not Tatooine.
I don't know. I mean, it could. You know what? I mean, it could be the fact it's like 20 different planets, and they're all just going to shoot it from different angles. There's other ones as well where they're. That's them going in and getting some lunch. They're all dressed in their wee Star Wars things.
Cool.
They've got things covered up though.
Zoom in on that one. Zoom in on that.
That
looks more interesting. Is there more photos than that?
That's really zoomed in. Ooh. Yeah, there's a guy there.
That's not Phasma, is it?
What, there?
Yep.
I don't know.
Better not be.
Who's that? It's got a weird thing. Like everybody seems to be wearing capes. No capes.
That's pretty interesting. So what else? What other ones are there?
So there's that one there, and then there's that one, which I think everybody's seen is this one here, which has got the
big one. Yeah.
Sort of the workplace over there, and then there's the thing there. I mean, this looks like, honestly, I don't want to keep hammering on about this because I know you and James both eye roll when I say this, but Galaxy's Edge is like that vibe. It feels like you're walking on set in a Star Wars movie.
Yeah.
Oh, look at there's the green screens over there as well. At the end there, so they can do their long shots. It's a good shot of the green screens there. That's maybe like a town square or something. You can get people in there and get crowds. And there's a guy in a balcony up there. Yeah. It's pretty cool. It's like steps up. So yeah, it could be that.
I remember there was it says Andor.
Nah, it's just some guys written the word Andor there. Exclusive Andor set pics.
Andor set pics?
Yeah.
So it's not Obi-Wan's?
Yeah. No, it says. Oh, bit of green screen there so they can blot in anything.
So it's not part of Obi-Wan's at all?
No.
It's Andor?
Yep. Oh, moisture extractor things. Not TIE fighters.
No. That's first thought.
Wow, movie makers.
Bit of a giveaway with their logo, is it not?
I know. I wonder what they've got. What's their mmuk.tv? mmuk.tv. Oh, look at this. I feel a copyright strike coming to us soon. Facility vehicles for the film industry. Okay. Vehicles. Oh yeah, they've got all the trucks there. Yeah. Cool. Okay, that sounds like a boring site. Anyway. So yeah, so that's good, the fact that no one's up in arms. I mean, did we ever doubt the fact that people would be up in arms? I mean, how cool would it be if you're sitting there in your village and all of a sudden it's like, okay, we're going to have a meeting and it's about Lucasfilm coming here to shoot the next Star Wars off shoot. And you're like, okay, any chance I can work security?
I don't know.
Obviously, to breach security.
I'd immediately quit my job.
No, you wouldn't.
No, I'm not kidding. Well, I might.
So apparently Kevin Feige is saying there's going to be no crossover between Star Wars and Marvel. Don't think that's a good idea.
Good. Not a good idea.
Good. Actually, I tell you, I started watching Clone Wars again. I picked up on that.
Oh, yeah.
So, just finished the second season.
All right, cool.
So working
good stuff
through
in
it.
that.
There's some pretty good things in it, yeah. All the stories are like 20-minute bite chunks. So one of the episodes I watched this week was Boba infiltrates a group of young cadets to try and get revenge on Mace Windu.
Well, I've seen that one. I remember that one. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What was that one? The Krillo Beast is what Krillo Beast, whatever it's called. The Thriller in Manila. That was a good episode as well. Actually, 2 good episodes back to back. Where they go to wherever it is. Begins with M. It's the one with Buta Solo, that guy.
The pirate kind of guy.
No, not Hondo.
Hondo.
No, not Hondo and Akko. The guy from the pod racer, Sebulba. His race.
Oh, right, okay. Yep.
Yeah. Whatever his race is, they go to that planet and then they find this other beast thing that's living underground quite happily. And I think
I need to start watching them again.
Yeah. It's good. Well, they're all there.
A long time.
Yeah.
I know.
And this month is when we get Star as well.
Oh, yeah, so it is 28th. No, it's not. It's
23rd.
23rd?
23rd. Yeah.
I think we get it in the UK the same as you.
Yep, 23rd.
Yeah.
Yep. There's only a few territories that
on it.
Yeah. There's only a few territories that are getting on the 23rd though. There's so it's Europe, UK, because you're separate now. Europe, UK, Canada, Australia, and New Zealand, I think, are getting it. And then everybody else has to wait a couple of months. So
at least we're
hope you enjoy Family Guy.
Last time.
20 seasons or whatever it is of Family Guy.
Yeah. Quite like Family Guy.
I
think all the extras on it, the specials.
Oh, I don't know actually. Oh, you mean the Star Wars ones?
Yeah.
We've been watching those as well. Actually, I never put that down, but yeah, we've been watching those. The only one that we're missing is the first one, I think. We never watched the first one. We couldn't get the first one, but we saw the other two. The Empire Strikes Back one and Return of the Jedi, but we never saw the Star Wars one. But the Star Wars one is good.
Aye. They were all good, I remember that the Empire Strikes Back one just does Empire Strikes Back pretty much without any jokes in it.
Yeah.
Doesn't it? It's quite kind of...
They say that in the crawl.
Respectful.
About Fox thought we were idiots to do this, so they didn't want to give us any money for Star Wars. And said, but then it was such a big hit. They're like, oh, you've got to do Empire. So we're like, all right, fine then. But I'm telling you right now, we're phoning this in.
Yeah.
And then with the third one, they're going like, okay, we're sick and tired of making these things. We didn't even want to do Empire. And it goes on and on and on. And this is, and eventually the FedEx guy has got a joke in here, and he calls the baby Steve. Because the baby's called Stewie.
Yes.
Anyway, moving on. So that's us, I guess. Finishing 59
so.
minutes. It's a short podcast.
That was a short one.
It is a superb owl tonight as well. So the Chiefs of Kansas City play the Buccaneers of Tampa Bay. Where's your Buccaneers?
Is this when they show all the new trailers?
Yeah, but they show them like a week before anyway. I mean, Timothy Chalamet's Edgar Scissorhands in some commercial with Winona Ryder, and I've already seen it. So, but yeah, this is the night they show all this the
they show the exclusive ones. Aye.
They showed them before, but yeah, this is when you get to see them on TV. I'm here for the football. I don't really care about the adverts. I mean, no one should care about the adverts. But
I care about the adverts.
You want to see the Super Bowl. So this is Tom Brady proving that he can do it without the New England Patriots. So should we go for a prediction? Prediction. I think it'll be the Buccaneers by 7 points. There you go. That's my prediction. So we'll come back next week and I'll be in tears because the Buccaneers won't have won by 7 points. But that's my prediction. 7 points, Buccaneers.
You should put a bet on who you think is going to lose.
No.
Sorry.
Why?
Put a bet on the opposite, not your team.
None of them are my team. I mean, the Chiefs beat the Bills to get into the Super Bowl.
Aye, but the team you want to win, don't put a bet on them. And then
Bills.
if your team wins, right, you're like, yay! And then if they lose, you're like, yay! I've won some money.
Jody, this is like you saying to me, or me saying to you, just put a bet on Celtic, despite the fact it's Rangers and Partick Thistle in the final. The team I want to win is the Buffalo Bills, but they get kicked out in the last game, the AFC Championship, so they can't be in.
Aye, but I know, for this one, whoever you want to win for this one.
I don't want any of them to win. I want the Bills to win. To be honest,
they're back in it then.
To be honest, as punishment though, I do want to see the Buccaneers win. I don't have any skin in the game, but I'll be rooting for the Buccaneers. They get nicer uniforms.
That's nice, dear.
So, anyhow, if you like this, I mean, really,
wasn't our best work.
Wasn't our best work, no. If we're going to be honest, but if you did like this, smash the like button.
Watch the other ones.
Share. Watch the other ones. Don't watch this one. Yeah. It turns out we do need material so we can riff off it, but unfortunately we didn't get that this week. So if it's anyone's fault, I'd say it's the news's fault.
I'd say we need to blame ourselves.
I don't think we do. That's not how people do it. They blame other people.
Okay.
So hit the subscribe button and notification bell. You'll get timely reminders of when we put up a new video. And if you're listening on a podcast, thank you very much. You've been, I think you've been listening for a while. If you wouldn't mind giving us a 5-star rating on your app service, that'll bump up the channel and help us a lot. All of this, of course, is free, and you don't have to do any of these things that we ask, but it would be nice. Thank you. But yes, thank you all for listening. Jody, anything else you want to talk about?
Thanks very much.
And we will catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.
Cheers.